Say hi.
Hi.
Well, thank you for tuning in for Weddings and Paint. Today, I wanted to do a little mom and me painting session with Ainsley. She was home from school today, and we have decided that we would like to paint a lion together. So we're going to be doing an abstract lion, so that way it's a little bit easier for the kiddos to follow along. So today I'll be using a palette knife. Ainsley has some brushes and a palette knife, so I'm going to let her kind of explore and figure out what she likes to use best. So I hope you enjoy our painting session together. We want to start out with a canvas that's been gessoed. So our canvases, we put gesso on them. It was just white gesso. As you can tell, it's a little bit transparent, so it didn't hide the painting that was underneath. But that's perfectly fine. We're going to be putting so much paint on top of this canvas that it won't really matter that there was a painting under there before. So canvas needs gesso, and then we're going to get started with our paints. Paint here. So yellow deep, we're going to get that, and we're going to just use our paint brushes to start out to kind of sketch the facial features of our lion.
Okay.
So Ainsley, I'm going to add some of this to your...
I'll use this one. It's a good.
Yeah, perfect. So we're just going to kind of be outlining the lion's face,
Okay.
which these outlines will get painted over later, so they're just kind of preliminary sketches.
You can use a paper plate or whatever my mom.
Yeah, so I'm using a palette. Ainsley's using a paper plate. And then we're going to start with our brushes. So let me grab a small
I
brush
didn't want
here.
to use a little tiny thing that she's using. I don't want to use it. It's like a really tiny one with holes inside it. It's always nice to have yours.
So I'm just using a number 2 brush, so it's kind of small to do our outline.
This one's good.
All right, so let's get a little bit of that orange paint on our brush.
This is better, right?
Sure, yeah, that would work perfect. And we're going to begin by kind of drawing
She's a bit wiggly.
his nose. So his nose is going to be kind of the shape of like 2 little balls. So somewhere on your painting, not quite in the center, I'm going to offset it to the right a little bit so the lion's head is turned a little. We're going to do like this kind of ball shape. Can you do that, Ainsley?
Okay.
So this is the lion's cheek.
Right here.
Yeah. And then once that ball shape is done, we're going to go back and do another one on the other side.
I'm still getting the first one.
You got to take your time.
We're probably gonna fast forward a lot in here.
That's all right. Go ahead and do your... So yours might be point over just a little bit too far. So what I would do is your next ball right here on this side of it, okay? Because you don't want to run out of canvas.
Right here?
Yeah, that's perfect. What do you think that looks like? Eyeballs, maybe?
2 eggs.
2 eggs, okay. And then next we're going to do a circle right under those 2 eggs, as Ainsley called it, but it's kind of a half circle. This is his little jaw. And remember, these lines aren't in any means need to be perfect because we're going to be coming back over with our palette knife. So if you don't like the line you drew, that's where you can kind of just extend it a little bit with your paint to try to get the shape that you actually really want.
That's good.
I think that's perfect, Ainsley. All right, so on top of the 3 little balls we've made, we want to make his nose. So his nose is going to kind of follow that V that's on those balls, and you're going to kind of do like a semicircle swoop.
Semicircle.
Let's see if you can get that semicircle going there. Perfect. And then we're going to connect it with, it looks like a parenthesis.
I have no clue.
You don't know what a parenthesis is yet? You'll learn it sooner or later.
Probably in 2nd grade.
Maybe.
I'm only in 4th grade.
Okay, so this is the lion's nose. So we're going to draw just sort of some imaginary lines, like his nose would be kind of at an angle like this. These lines will go away later, but this gives us a good idea to where to place his...
Can I skip that?
If you'd like, but to me, I like to have him so I know where to place his eyes at. Because we're going to want to kind of come up with his eyes at that angle.
Like this?
Yeah, that's right.
It looks like an apron.
Apron, so his eyes are going to come like this.
No, it looks like a spoon to his balls.
So do you see where I see where I come up with those imaginary lines. And at the top, I kind of did a little bit of a semicircle out for where his eye line
It
would
looks
be.
crazy, right? It kind of looks like a sharp.
You might want to bring this one up just a little bit more, maybe like right here.
Okay.
So his face isn't so
It
small.
looks like a
And
pair
then
of
maybe on this
glasses,
side.
sort of.
Yeah. it kinda
Oh, like
is
a
that.
chicken, a
I
chicken.
look like a chicken.
Yeah.
All right, and then so draw your little line over here on the opposite side for his other eye. Yeah, very good. And his eyes are going to be kind of shaped like an almond. So under those marks we made, do another semicircle. So it looks kind of like an almond. Yeah, that's good. And then on the opposite side, we'll do the same.
Good thing you drew that so it was easier on this side.
Yeah, it's easier on that side.
Oh, I'm so hungry.
Okay, so we've got the eyes, we got the nose, we got his little cheeks. We want to draw some ears eventually, and maybe the shape of his head. So the lion's head, right above his eyes, we're gonna do sort of this parallel line semicircle.
I feel like this is gonna be a long painting.
Can you do that?
I'm gonna have to make like right here.
Well, it's your drawing. You can do how you please. If you think that's where you want your line to be, then that's fine.
I'm gonna make his name.
Well, see, right now you kind of made him like an eyebrow. We're wanting the top of his head, like his skull. So you'll probably want to do it like this.
I'm making it like. Well, I can just like show him.
Okay, and then so that skull is going to kind of come around flat up here at the top. So where that line was, let's do a little flat mark right across. And then we're going to go back down and curve it down again like this. There you go. So this mark where we just did this curve, that's where we're going to want to draw his ear. So his ear is like a circle.
It's like a chicken.
Can you do another little circle for his ear?
Now it looks like a guy with a bun.
Yeah, well, let's see yours. And then on this side, we're going to do the same. And these are lines that are going to be underneath all our paintings, so we can go back and adjust and change them as we need.
Yeah, and I'm probably going to use different colors than Mom. Maybe like change it up a bit.
You got an ear on each side?
I'm trying to make that. I was getting more paint.
Okay.
I'm making the lines kind of thick so you can see them through all that color.
Okay. And then something I like to do, since his nose kind of is connected, I'd like to do this kind of like line right here.
It looks a lot like a goal line, sort of.
So you might want to put this little line right here. It's another semicircle. It's kind of like the line under his jaw. So whenever we go to put paint there, we're going to want to make that a little bit darker.
Ta-da!
All right. So now if you want to use your palette knife, we can move on to the palette knife. Or if you want to stick with your brushes, you can stick with your brushes. What do you think you're going to do, Ainsley? You want to use your brush or palette knife?
I'm going to try out the palette knife. Where is it?
All right, so I have this bottle of water here. We're going to just stick it in there for now because we'll come back and use it later. Okay.
Okay,
So,
now we'll get my palette knife.
we're going to want to use lots of different colors. So I'm going to grab us some yellow. So this is lemon yellow. We're going to use a lot of this as our preliminary color in the background.
So it looks really pretty nice. Wow, that's a cool one. That looks really nice. Are you making a Lion King?
Go sit back down.
Looks like a Lion King.
We can do that.
Looks like a Lion
It
King.
looks like a Lion King.
Yeah.
So here's some yellow.
I don't
Yeah.
watch that anymore. I really don't like the Lion King anymore though.
Well, Huxley loves lions, and for his birthday, he's gonna have a lion birthday party.
Yeah, so we're gonna hang up these pictures for his birthday probably.
So we got the lemon yellow. We're gonna want to use some
My
red
palette is really
also.
dizzy. Doty, I call it.
So
dizzy.
this is the bright red.
It just doesn't have the color of the paint on it. But it doesn't care how the paintings look. It just cares if they're having fun and if
And then
they
I'm
can
gonna use a
practice.
little bit of violet as well. This is Ainsley's color. She'll like to use this one.
I love violet.
Yeah, this is a nice thick, heavy body paint there, so it's a bit thick.
It's good for the palette.
And then we'll want a little bit of blue. So I've got the phthalo blue.
Oh, it looks like you've used them a lot.
Yeah, I have used these paints a lot.
Because Mom made a rabbit
Whoops,
once.
I got a lot of blue. You
Don't.
don't need that much blue.
Okay. Is that all the colors we can use?
Well, we'll want to use a little green too.
Yeah, green is a good color.
So this is phthalo green that we're going to use.
I used to
also.
only like green and blue and purple, which that's still kind of my thing. Right, Mom?
It looks like a rainbow on your plate, doesn't it?
Wow! Looks like a teal. Your favorite. Okay, let's get going.
You're excited to paint, aren't you?
Yeah, I love to paint. I'm not too much of a starter, but
I'm going to use a little more orange. You still have a lot of orange, but I think I used up a lot of mine. I'm going to get some more.
yeah, you made your lines really thick. I made mine kind of
I was
funky.
trying to make sure everybody could see them.
Mine
All
is
right,
a
and
bit
then I'm going
funky.
to get us a little bit of dark titanium white also.
What's titanium white? I'll sit down.
Actually, you know what? Instead of the titanium white, we're going to use the unbleached titanium white. Not the dark titanium white, but the unbleached.
What's a bleach? What's an unbleached?
It's kind of like a parchment color.
It sounds like a toot. Here's what it should mostly look like.
And
You can use any color you want.
And we want some white.
But they can use any color they want.
Good old white.
But they can use any color they want.
Yeah, sure.
They don't
And
have to
then,
use
we will need a little bit of black. I don't like to use a lot of black, but toward the end, I like to come back and just
outline the stuff. So
add a little bit of depth with the black.
Yeah.
Here's your black.
not too much.
All right. Now we've got all our colors ready to go.
But you guys can use any color you want. Any colors.
And now I'm going to grab my palette knife to do this. So I want to start out around his face and kind of just
How
using...
do you even use a palette knife?
So with a palette knife, you've got this flat side. You're going to take that flat side and scrape it on your paint, just the tip of it, and load your palette knife. So see how I've loaded my palette knife with a little bit of paint? So take the tip of your palette knife and just scrape it.
This?
Like you're smearing butter on bread. Yeah, like that. And then you'll take that color and just lay it on your palette, on your canvas like this. You kind of make these little strokes to kind of get it off, like you're smearing butter on toast.
Oh, peanut. It looks like
peanut
peanut
butter,
butter
yeah.
on a peanut butter and jelly.
We're gonna fill in the lion's little nose area.
I didn't get enough. Like this.
If your kid's feeling adventurous enough to use a palette knife, otherwise they can use the regular old paint brushes too.
What's that?
The palette knife is nice because it just leaves these large texture strokes.
It's not
in
doing
there.
anything with mine, really.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's how it works. You just leave a lot of texture in it like that.
Is that why whenever I accidentally touched your rabbit painting, it was so
Yeah,
wet?
it was so wet. It takes a lot longer to dry.
It was an accident though.
That's all right.
I went and washed my hands. You've only made like one of these colors.
That's right.
To make it look really nice and pretty.
Mm-hmm.
And I just,
It's kind of like you're using a palette knife, but instead you're using your brush. It's got a lot of the similar characteristics of the palette knife when you don't wash your brush for this type of painting because it's abstract.
to where it makes lots of different colors.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have to use lots of different colors and you use up all your paint.
Yeah.
So you can kind of save on money.
There you go. So on the bridge of his nose, I'm bringing in the yellow to kind of be like a highlight, and then I'm gonna bring a little yellow up at the top by his ear too, so it's sort of like the sun is shining on him.
Ta-da!
Looks great. So now that you've done that, you might want to bring some of this orange in right here from his cheek to his eye.
Okay. So, get that. Might be a bit lighter like the yellow. But
Yeah,
that's
that's fine.
How about
Remember, we like all these colors being kind of bold and unmixed in there. Kind of gives it some nice character.
How about this?
It looks great.
Okay. Oh, really fast at that. I go slow and easy.
Yeah, no reason. You don't have to rush. I just use it so often, the palette knife, that I know how to kind of control my strokes a little bit quicker to make it a little faster.
Ta-da!
Looks great. All right, so do you want to bring some yellow in now? So bring some yellow right on his, the bridge of his nose. So right here, see how I got yellow right here? And then you want to bring some yellow. So this is the yellow right here, sis. Right here.
I'm gonna put it.
Okay, sure.
Nice. Okay, now I get the yellow. Too much. Not too much. And I still open. Oh, I'm gonna put a bit of white on there so it looks really nice.
Yeah.
So it's like white and yellow.
And I like to bring this orange around his ears too.
This is like a really thick violet, probably.
Yeah, it is real thick.
Why do you have such a thick violet?
That way it leaves lots of good texture. I'm gonna bring back some white in here. I want to bring the white in because his mane's going to have so many colors in it that we want his face to kind of jump out from the canvas so it has more of a realistic 3D effect.
How's this looking?
Ooh, that's looking great.
I like how it's a little spool and
Yeah, it's good.
I can't wait to start on the main.
On
But that's
the mane?
old.
Yeah, the mane's going to be a lot of color, isn't it?
I might have to put a bit more of that on that. I'm gonna put a bit of this on here so it looks really nice. How's that?
Looks good.
I'm still pretty much a photo, but I'm getting really good on the painting. Putting more white over here, really yellowish white. Ta-da!
Looking good.
We put some music on.
So I'm going to add a little white into his eyes too.
Okay, so I just keep like painting over top of his stuff.
Yep, you keep layering it. Without overblending the color, so that way you get those nice textures.
How's that?
Looking good.
I like mixed together and made like another.
Yeah.
And I made that with my brush.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put a bit more on here.
So in a minute, once you get your colors on, so right here you probably want to add a little bit of white on this side of his eye. Yeah, perfect. We're going to get a little wild in a minute and add some other colors too into the colors we've added on here.
Wow.
So it'll be exciting.
I hope you are going to love your lion. You can use any color you want, but if you want to make it look a lot like ours, you can. But it's okay if your drawing's like different than
I'm
ours.
grabbing some red. Are you ready for your red yet? No, you still got to do your eyes.
Still gotta get the white on.
Once you get the
guys.
red, that'll go on the inside of his ear.
I'm doing this to make it look like his whole body's just connected.
Okay.
I don't want it to look like he just has bones put together.
You don't want him to be a skeleton?
Yeah, we don't want it to be.
Skeleton lion?
It's not Halloween.
Then I want to take some of the red in his nose too, right here on this kind of bridge of his nose.
I'm like getting rid of some of this so I don't have too much of this. Just this. No, too much.
And in his nostril area, we'll put some of that red.
Now I'll get the red.
The red is fun because then you can it kind of makes things start standing out a little bit.
Yeah. To where it doesn't look like just a normal line. Oh.
And then we're gonna put a little bit of red in the little split lip area with him.
Okay. I'm still getting red in his ears.
Yeah.
The red's more thick than the other color. But the red's a bit thick.
Yeah, some of the paint is like a heavy body, they call it, where it's a little thicker. And then around his eyes, I might want to put a little bit of red around here.
Oh, I forgot to get white inside his eyes, but I'm gonna finish up the red and then might wash off this. So I might wash off my paintbrush.
Or what?
So I don't mix too many colors because it still wants a nice white.
Well, then what you can do is we can come back with the white on his eyes if you like. That way you're not having to clean your brush every time.
Well, it kind of looks nice. I just get a thick coat of white and then put more red to where it like covers up the white. But then it will be like a little pink, so it will look really nice.
Mm-hmm. What you thinking so far?
It's nice.
Liking it?
Look at this, Mama.
Looks great, sis.
Get inside his ears. Oh, it's like turned into a pink. It looks like a lot like a little pink or a lighter red.
I'm gonna add some of this red kind of behind the right side of his skull, so his face will pop out a little bit. So this is kind of like the implied mane that's starting to happen.
Mine looks a bit funky.
That's great.
Funky, but great. So, funky.
I see a lion coming along, don't you?
I only see a girl lion.
A girl one. Remember, we're gonna name it Hari, right?
Yeah.
Hari the lion.
Harry the lion.
This is a girl.
You can call it anything you want. Mom's name. Mom's is actually Harry. Mine's Harry.
So mine will be the boy named Harry, and Ainsley's will be the girl named Hari, right?
Yeah, I'm still gonna have a little pretty mane.
Okay.
I might add a bow.
So what color are you working on now?
I'm
sis?
still on like the pinkish red stuff.
Pink. Okay. I'm gonna do something interesting, and I'm gonna mix.
I think I'm like almost done.
Okay. So on this, there's a color that I forgot to mention earlier that we should add. Now you can either mix and make this color yourself, but I have it pre-mixed, so I'm gonna grab it, and it is it's like a teal color.
Ooh,
So this one's called Viridian, and we're gonna use this as a little accent on his nose, just to kind of make it pop. So let me get a little bit of that. Or you can mix blue, white, and green to make this color.
Should I wash off this brush?
No, I think it's perfect. Here's a little bit of Viridian for you. We don't need a lot of it because it's just going to be a little accent.
Wow, they look pretty.
Yeah, isn't that a pretty color? Reminds me of like Elsa or something.
Okay.
Oh, you already jumped right into the Viridian, huh? So I want to put it right on the bridge of his nose, right here.
That's a good idea. Looks really pretty. I didn't put the white in. But it's okay if your drawing's like different.
Yeah.
You just need to
So you want to put some right
be
there.
happy with it and practice.
Yeah, and then we're going to put a little tiny bit right here. You like that?
And if we're going too fast, you can always pause the video.
That's right. Or if you're tired of watching us, you can fast forward it. Alright, so I'm going to get a little bit more of that Viridian.
We're gonna
and
fast forward
put it
for some of it.
along his eyebrow bone up here, too.
We're gonna fast forward some of these parts.
Some of it, yeah.
Like above his eye.
Yeah, so it's like a shadow or something. I don't know. A little
Like
bit
this?
of color pop in there.
Like this, Mom?
Yeah. Sort of helps him look like he has more eyebrows, maybe. And then maybe I'll put a little down here in his beard.
I didn't really make the beard.
You didn't? Oh, well, you don't have to. You know, if yours is a girl lion, he won't have a mane, right?
I'm still gonna add the mane.
Okay, I was gonna say, did we
Mine's
forget
still a
about
boy.
that? Okay.
Actually, mine will still be a boy, just named Harry.
Sorry, okay.
Yours is Harry, mine's Harry.
Yeah, mine can be here, Hari Jr.
And mine's Harry. Just
Okay.
normal Harry. Actually, mine can be Harry Jr. Yours is Harry.
Okay.
Done.
All right, and then we're gonna want to take our purple now, or a violet. The violet's really thick. It's like a purple.
It's more of a maroon, but it's really pretty.
Yeah.
And then when it goes on the normal canvas, it'll look even better.
Yeah. Kind of like wine, like a wine color. So I like this color a lot. I'm gonna bring it down here, so like it's a shadow in his mane. Also, see how I brought it down here in this corner? We're gonna have it kind of a darker mane color down here. So let's put some of that violet down here
I
too.
can see why you gave me a lot of violet.
Mm-hmm.
You can use any colors. You can use you can mix together like red, purple, and pink to make this. If you need to. It might be a bit more thin, but
I like this color.
if you have these colors, you can use it. But you can use any color you want.
It'd be nice to kind of use a little bit of that there in his ear holes too, like the inside of his ear. It's so thick.
Like this.
Yeah, that's great, sis. Expert lion painter over there.
Thanks. I practiced a bit on lions, but I'm not really that good.
Okay. So I'm gonna grab some big chunks of my orange.
I'm making it
and
look
kind
a bit like grass, but
um,
still like tone color grass.
See, the fun part's about to happen, sis.
What is it?
Look, you can just take colors and spread them out all over your page after your lion's face is done.
Yeah, but
That's fun. Baby.
should we fast forward it?
Not yet. We gotta get some crazy lion mane going on here.
And then we'll fast forward a bit of it. If we're going too slow.
This is the part that takes up a lot of paint.
And this is mostly all the paints we can use. But I might want to like get a bit more paint sometimes.
This is when I like to go and kind of clean my palette. I just kind of scrape across all my colors to load up my palette knife so I get like a rainbow of colors on there. And then I'll go and put it on here and look at how cool it mixes those colors together. All right, so grab a little bit of this parchment color also.
You can just take any color you want. I think I'm gonna move on
This
to the
part.
palette knife.
Yeah, this part doesn't really have any rhyme or reason. You just kind of get a bunch of paint on there.
So I just like get the paint, scrape across it, and then you can get the paint.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this, Mom.
Ooh, looking good.
I mixed together a lot of blues and green.
Yeah.
A bit of green.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a little bit of blue too.
Get a bit of that violet on there, so that'd be cool. Bit of the black on there, so it looks nice. So it's like a darkish color.
And some green.
Ta-da! I'll get some white to make it like more like this.
You just don't want to overmix your colors to where it gets like muddy looking.
And where it looks all brown, because you want some nice colors on there. You don't just want like a brown lion, but you can make it look like anything you want.
Yeah, if you wanted to keep it kind of in the pastel and pink colors, you could have used like purples and pinks.
I'm using like a lot of green, but sometimes I might make like some of that maroon color, like this.
Mm-hmm.
I mix together like some of this, everything. Sometimes you might just want to get one color and start scraping across the page like I might be doing sometimes. But most of the time, I've been just getting one. Wow, that looks amazing.
Thank you.
I've never seen it.
So see how you're blending it like that? It's turning gray. What you want to do is one strokes. So look at how I put my palette knife flat on the thing and then I stroke up.
Okay, like
That's right. That's perfect. It's different than a paintbrush. With a paintbrush, so that's it. Just one stroke. You don't even have to rub it in more.
How is it?
Oh, I'm loving it.
Wow. You have a lot of dark blue. I might need to get a bit of a refill on some of mine.
Well, I had too much blue, so that's why I just picked it up real quick. I'm gonna have to come back with a lot more red, probably.
I'm using a lot of blue, so it looks nice. I like the blue and stuff like that. This is so fun! I'm making like a maroon color, sort of. There might be a bit of a brown.
So what's your feet?
Sorry. Mine looks really cold, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I made like a green color, sort of like this. And that. And this. And that. Just spread them everywhere like you're a crazy woman.
That's right.
Like you're a crazy woman. Like that. You just scrape across the across the plate like this.
Mm-hmm.
Then you just start scraping it everywhere. Like you're a crazy woman. Like you're a crazy woman. I'm a crazy woman.
You're a crazy artist, huh?
Yeah. I think I'm gonna make more paintings that look a lot like this whenever I'm a real artist when I grow up. I'm gonna probably.
These kind of fun, aren't they? You know,
Yeah.
just kind of add color and stuff to be like movement of the painting.
And it looks like just an amazing piece.
Like a burst of color.
Yeah, like this one. I got a lot of blue on this. Mom,
You want some orange?
what else is there, Mama?
Well, it looks like your thing is. How about red? Press it down. I'll bring you a bunch of red.
Getting nice and orange, red, that kind of color. Because I'm going to need some of that color for a lion. I need a lot of red and stuff like that.
Yeah, because you got a lot of green on your page.
Mom, I might want to move back to the beach. Wow, that's cool. Yours is way better than mine, probably.
This is great.
Thanks. Mine's like a crazy painting. You can only see like teal and some red on there. So orange would be good.
I'm using red also.
It looks like it's just not connected, so I'm going to try to connect the mane to the lion. And then you can add like little dots of color at the end if you have some left over on a paintbrush or something. You can just do this little dot of
Well,
color.
it's about adding layers. So we layer and layer our colors to get it to how we want.
Like this.
Mm-hmm.
Mine looks a lot like a black lion or something. Mine kind of looks like
Yours
Skull.
looks like a garden lion.
Mine
All green.
kind of looks like Skull
Oh, like Scar, yeah.
with the black mane.
Mm-hmm.
But mine's not Skull. It's Harry.
Harry the lion.
Harry Jr. Oh. and Harry Jr. the Lion. Ta-da! Ta-da! Well, do you think I should add a bit more color?
It's up to you. Up here, maybe.
Yeah. It's mostly all down here. It doesn't matter how yours looks, it only matters if you're having fun. And your picture is probably gonna look really good whenever yours is done. Mine's like crazy. Yours has like lots of strips of color on it.
Mine looks like a sunburst, doesn't it?
Yeah. You can name your Starburst.
Yeah, Sunny the Lion.
Yours is Sunny, mine's Harry. Mine doesn't look like anything like yours. Like this.
Looks great, sis.
Mine's
Do you want to add any pupils?
yeah. Should I make them orange pupils? Because it has a lot of black on the bottom. Did you make any pupils?
I will. I'm gonna let I like to let that white dry a little bit first.
How do you
and
like
then I'll go
mine?
back. Looks great.
I did like a small coat of white. Finally, we've been doing the fun stuff. This is so fun painting this line.
What part did you like better, drawing the line or the painting of the mane?
Probably the main.
Yeah, the mane is fun. It's the main event.
The main event.
Is that funny?
Yep. I hope you like that joke. The main event, you can tell at any time. And if you have a son that likes lines as much as my brother does, you might want to paint this for him.
Yeah, this would be perfect if you know somebody who loves lions.
Like my brother. Almost done.
You done?
Probably. But let's check it out and see. That one's like a little green, sort of, but it's really pretty. Like the colors.
Yeah, I got green too.
You made a green.
Why don't you sit down though so everybody can see the painting while you're working on it?
I bet it was really hard for you to make that funny. We've been painting for like an hour, right?
I feel like this is taking a long time.
But it actually hasn't. Actually, it feels like it's been a short time, actually.
Okay. That's good then.
But it has been a long time, huh? This looks like the color of an avocado.
It does look like avocado. avocado green.
Olive green?
Yeah, olive green's a good name for it.
Okay, it's olive green. Because it looks like an olive. I wonder how this looks so good if I'm not so good at the abstract color stuff.
It's good because you had fun doing it.
And if
When
you
you
have,
have fun, it makes things easier, huh?
yeah. So, you think I should add more
Oh, I
color?
love it. Well, you know what you could do? You could let yours dry and then come back with more orange in the main if you'd like to.
I could put little dots of color on it. Like little dots of color. And like little dots of yellow coming on here. Make him look like he has a little specks of the mane on him still. So it looks like the mane is attached.
Don't hold the camera. Okay.
I hope you're liking your picture. How long have we been making this video?
Alright, so
Oh, it's just like a thing.
now that I finished the mane, I'm just kind of going back with a little black and I'm adding the detail to his eyes. So I saved the eyes for last because I like for that thick paint that we originally put on there to kind of tack up a little bit before I come back with this black so it doesn't sort of muddy up all our bright colors that we've been using. So I'm going to bring the black in around his mouth, around his like beard area and his ears and just a few areas where I feel like it kind of was a little flat. This black will help it pop a little bit and give it a more realistic effect. And then I felt like I needed a little bit more of that teal color just to kind of brighten things up a little bit. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm kind of putting in a few colors where I feel like it might need it. You can use discretion and do it as you please. This is where everybody's picture will be unique and look a little different. We finished our paintings. What did you think?
They look really pretty.
Yeah, did you have a lot of fun?
Yep.
What was your favorite part?
I liked making the mane.
The main was a lot of fun,
It was the
wasn't it?
main idea.
The main event, right?
Yeah, main
Yeah.
event.
So this was a fun painting to do with your kiddo. It was easy because, you know, it's abstract. You can kind of
Just put
add lots of colors and it's lots of fun for the little buddies to do, right?
I loved it.
So would you do another abstract painting?
Probably.
you think? Yeah. What do you think we should do next?
Sea turtle.
Sea turtles. Okay. Well, maybe in the near future we could do a sea turtle one together. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for tuning in and watching me and Ainsley paint today. I would love to see pictures of your lions in the comments. So hopefully you can have a blast like we did painting a colorful abstract lion with acrylic paint.
And I
See
hope
you
you
guys
liked
later.
it.